In this video, we'll look at applying for and using the Bybit card, which is a crypto MasterCard. So if you have crypto in your account or fiat currency, because Bybit does support some fiat currencies, you can use those balances directly with your Bybit card to spend anywhere that MasterCard is accepted. You can spend in your own country, you can spend in foreign countries as well, and there'll be some currency conversions. So we'll go through exactly how to apply for the Bybit card, and then we'll go through some of the fees and other important information, timestamps for everything down in the description below. The Bybit card is only available in a few regions right now, so it may not be available for you. You'll have to check this yourself if your region is eligible to apply and actually get the card. And it's going to change over time as well. So best thing is to go into your Bybit account and then look, and it's going to tell you if you can apply or not. So you can see I've put the card as a favorite here, but go to more if you can't see it, and then go to finance, and then right here, card. And if you click that, so I'm going to go through, you can see I've already applied and got the account. However, it's going to tell you if you're eligible to apply or not. So if you are eligible, this is the process to go through. So firstly, what we can see is that there are two different cards we can apply for. One is the virtual card and one is the physical card. Now, you don't need to apply for the physical card. You can just keep the virtual card if you want, if you don't want the physical card, but they're completely separate cards with different details. So the virtual card, all you have to do is press apply for virtual card, and it's going to refresh your KYC details. So your ID card or passport, you'll have to put that in again. It has to be the same one as you gave Bybit initially when you started your trading account, if you had that. And that's just going to go through, check, and give you the card straight away. Now that card you can use with Google Pay, I believe. Apple Pay is coming soon. I don't think you can use it yet with Apple Pay, although I believe that is coming soon. So Apple and Google Pay virtual card, pretty simple. And you can use that just like you use all of your other Apple and Google Pay cards. That's really great. If you want the physical card, then you have to go through a separate application process. You have to put your address in, and obviously they're going to send you the card, right? If it says edit reason down here, I had no idea what that was. I just put I want card, and I press confirm, and it seemed to accept it. So I guess it's not really that relevant. Just put something there because you need to put something to go through. And then it's going to check with you that you have your address and name details. The name that you choose, that is the name as it appears on the card. So choose something. The space is actually quite wide, so if you have a long name, no problem. And set PIN, you need to put the PIN number in that you want to use with the card before they send it out. So once you've done all that, then it goes through, do you want they need to send the card to you, right? So you have to give them a mobile number. And once that's done, you can see application successful. Once the application has succeeded, down in the app, you should see down here the physical card, application to be shipped, delivered, etc. So that's going to go through. It's going to take a few days. Now, if you are a VIP, I think that card is free. And if you're not VIP, I think it's $5 to actually get the physical card if you want it. But the virtual card is completely free. Once you get the physical card, you see here, there should be a CCV on the back, those 3 digits. You have to put that into the application. And once you've done that, it's going to accept the card for you. Now, you can see the card right here. So it's just like any other card, right? So it's just a MasterCard. That's it. It's a prepaid MasterCard. You can use fiat currency balances on Bybit, or you can use crypto balances, and I'll go through the fees in a second. So they do have some cashback offers, etc. You look at this when you're watching this video. This is going to change over time, but you can see here, if you use the link below, I believe you can get some rewards as well. So if you do want to apply for the card, check the link below. It's going to take you through to the rewards page and what you can get at the time that you're watching this, because this is all going to change over time. But you can see if you are a VIP, you essentially get free trade. You can buy TradingView with the card and ChatGPT with the card, Netflix with the card, and they basically refund the purchase price of it if you're using the card. They also give cash back right now anyway, and you can see this. This is decent because it's 2% cash back up to a monthly cashback limit. Again, that's going to change on your VIP status. This is all going to change over time. And so, these offers may not last. You're going to have to check the details of the card and the offers when you're applying. But like I said, if you just click the link below, then you can actually go through to this page and see what's available at the time that you're watching this. The Bybit card is literally just a MasterCard. That's it. So if you use MasterCard, or if MasterCard's accepted in your region, then you can just spend from the card just like any other MasterCard. So you can spend in store, tap to pay, or put the PIN in. We can buy online, whatever you want. It's just a MasterCard. The different thing, right, is that we're using our Bybit account, which is a crypto account. However, Bybit have crypto balances, and in a lot of regions, they also have fiat currency balances as well, right? So in Euroland and a few others, Turkish lira, Brazilian real, I think you can just keep fiat currency balances in your Bybit account, which means that if you have that fiat currency balance in your account, you're basically just spending fiat currency via a MasterCard just like any other card. So let's go through some of the fee details and other options here, because it can get a little bit complex when you're spending. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the app. My Bybit Card spending power. Okay, this is the amount of spending power that you have. In fiat, you can see that under $10, it says fiat and then crypto. So fiat currency, I've got a USD card, right? So fiat currency, if you are able to keep USD on the Bybit account, you can have USD, and that's fiat currency in your funding account. So if you've deposited USD and you can keep USD, that's going to be in your funding account. You can use that just like a bank account, spending through the MasterCard. If you have crypto, right, so that's different. If you have crypto there and you spend crypto, then they're going to have to convert the crypto. If it's Bitcoin or USDT or USDC, they're going to convert that crypto first into the fiat currency, and then the fiat currency is going to spend. Now, if you're converting, you're going to be paying fees. Let's go through all of the fees and different things here. The other thing is auto cashback. I've got this on. Auto cashback gives me 2% cashback when I spend on the card, which for right now, it's probably an introductory offer. It's probably not going to last forever, but 2% cashback means basically the fees go to almost nothing. Auto savings, I've turned off. Auto savings is, it's going to take all of the assets in your funding account and it's going to put them into Bybit savings automatically each day. Now, I don't want to do that for no reason other than, I just have savings and other things in different accounts or in DeFi or whatever. And so I don't want my funding account going over to Bybit savings. I just want it in the funding account. So I've turned that off, but I certainly want auto cashback on. Now from here, you can see daily card spend and daily ATM withdrawal. So for me, these are the limits. Daily card spend's huge, so we'll go through that right now. But paying with is important. So click this, you can pay with certain assets. So I've just got 2 stable coins on here. So if I have any balance of USDT or USDC, I'm going to spend from those. You can also spend a lot of other assets, Bitcoin, ETH, a ton more. Now, if you're in a country that treats crypto assets as assets, that means that if you dispose of them, you may actually have a taxable event on that disposal, right? So if you have Bitcoin, for example, in the UK or Europe, you might have some capital gains, right? Which means if you buy Bitcoin at, let's say, 50,000 and then you spend it on your card when it's 60,000, you have created a tax liability because you have spent that asset, which means that you then have to report that. So that's not great, right? So what I would recommend is only spending stable coins if the tax rules in your region are okay for stable coins, right? So stablecoin regulation is coming in where essentially stable coins, aren't going to be taxable because they're essentially currency, right? And again, this is going to depend on the region, the rules in your region. But if you bought USDT at $1 and you spent it at $1, there's no tax liability there anyway. If you bought Bitcoin way lower and are spending it when you made a profit on it, because you're spending it, you may create a tax liability. So I would highly recommend not doing that and actually essentially running a savings account with Bitcoin. So you have the savings account, maybe you sell a chunk at a time and then you have the fiat currency and so on. So that's up to you again. Hopefully that's clear that you probably don't want to be spending crypto assets on the card. You probably want to put it into fiat currency or stable coins first. Now, if you're in Euroland or one of the other countries where you can keep your fiat currency on Bybit, right? So in European countries, you can keep euro fiat currency on Bybit, no problem. You can just spend that fiat currency and that's not crypto at all. So that may be easier for you. So hopefully that makes sense. And now let's get on to all of the different fees. The Bybit Card fee structure is actually very simple, although it depends the complexity with which you carry out the transaction. So if you have a euro-based card, and you have euro fiat in your account and you spend it in euro, that's basically no fee, right? Because it's just like a fiat card. Now, if you have a USD card and you spend in dirhams and you spend from crypto that needs to be converted, there's a lot of FX fees right there, which is what I did. So I'm going to show you this process and show you how the fees actually work. So you can see that my bill right here is 118 dirhams and my crypto card, the Bybit card, is in dollars. And I'm keeping my crypto in crypto and not fiat currency. So what I'm doing is I'm spending 118 dirhams and the FX rate would mean that that's $32. That is a perfect FX rate, which we never get. We always have to pay some X fee to someone, right? So a perfect FX fee with no fees would be a $32 spend. My actual fee was $33.53. So let's go through what the fees are, right? So you can see that here I spent $33.53. This is an authorization. It hasn't actually cleared and settled in the MasterCard system yet, so it's not a transaction, it's an authorization. $33.53, and I actually got 65 cents in USDT cash back for that. Let's break down those fees, because it seems like quite a lot, right? My actual cost in dollars was 32. That's 118 dirhams with a perfect exchange rate is 32. But I have to do an FX fee to get from dollars to dirhams. So I actually paid 34 USDT because I had my USDT, which went to convert to dollars, which then converted into dirhams to pay the merchant. Fees are 6%, which is outrageous, right? But let's break that down. I had to pay a 0.9% conversion fee because there's no USD on Bybit. So I had to take my USDT and I had to first send that in to USD. That's a 0.9% conversion fee. I then paid a 1.5% FX fee from USD to dirhams, and I paid 3% FX padding. FX padding is an extra amount that MasterCard take whilst the transaction settles to make sure that they can actually pay the merchant from what they debited you. That 3% FX padding is taken, but once the transaction actually settles, the excess is given back. So this looks a lot worse than it actually is. That FX padding is going to get given back to me because USD and dirhams are basically fixed. So all of that's going to come back to me. And I actually got 2% cash back on that. So if you look at the total rate, it's actually 2.4% fees to spend from crypto into the currency of your card, into a foreign currency. 2% cash back would mean that's a 0.4% fee, which is actually pretty good for spending money in a different country than the currency of your card. So let's go through some more examples here because it's important to see the fees, and these are them. So if you have a foreign exchange fee, that's 0.5%. If you're spending in the currency of your card, you don't pay that. So if it's a euro card and you've got euros, you don't pay anything. You're just spending the fiat currency. If you spend in a different country, then there's a 0.5%, and that's on top of MasterCard's rate. That comes out around 1.5%. And there is a crypto conversion fee of 0.9%. So if you have crypto in your account and that needs to be converted to pay, they charge you 0.9%. However, you can hold fiat currency on Bybit as well. What I would recommend is not keeping crypto in your card account, but actually selling the crypto first into the fiat currency. So on Bybit, if you go here, you can see euro. I can sell Bitcoin into euros. That gives me euros in my funding account, and the euros can be spent without converting from the crypto into the fiat. That means that I can save that 0.9% because if you trade on Bybit Spot, the fees are like 0.1% and lower, right? So you basically pay nothing. I would do that before spending and not actually have the crypto conversion. So if you can do that, you can save some fees. FX padding is only relevant if you're spending in a different country in a currency that isn't the main currency of the card. And that's given back for the most part anyway after the transaction settles. No annual fee, no activity fee, no card cancellation fee. And you can see some limits here as well. If we go down to limits on the card for daily spending, 5,000 euros or GBP, 13,500 USD for Australia, etc. You can see that right here. So it's a lot. You get 250,000 annually, 50,000 monthly to actually spend on the card. So what are the fees actually? Depends how you spend, right? If you have a card, let's say euros, so you have USDT or you have Bitcoin and you sell it, then you do that on the spot market and you do it for euros or dollars or whatever currency, fiat currency that's allowed. That's a 0.1% trading fee. Spend it in your country. That's what you get charged. So basically nothing. Now, if you want to convert crypto, so you keep the crypto, let's say USDT in your account and they have to convert it, you will pay that. And that's a 0.9% to convert the crypto into fiat, spend fiat in your own country. Again, no extra charge. If you are spending in a foreign country, that's where the charges rack up. So again, 1.5%, and if it's a conversion, 2.5%, etc. But if you have cash back, most of that is taken away. So complex, but essentially, if you're spending in the currency of the card and you have the fiat, basically no fees. If you have to convert first, do it on Bybit Spot if you can. That's going to be lower fees. If you're converting from crypto into fiat, and you're spending in your own country, then that's going to be the fees. If you have to convert from crypto to fiat and you're spending in a foreign country, you're paying this, plus the padding, that will get back. So with 2% cash back, that's really good. It could be quite expensive. It could be basically free of charge, depending where you live and what currency that you're spending in.